Hey everyone, this is Dr. J from Twin City Health. Today I wanted to talk to you about your posterior chain. So what that consists of is actually a lot of your muscles on your backside, including your low back muscles and the paraspinal muscles, which are the muscles around your spine that help support it, your glute muscles, your hamstrings, and your calves. And a lot of times, if these muscles are tight, then you actually might experience a little bit of low back discomfort or low back pain. So I want to talk about some stretches and ways that you can actually help relieve your posterior chain, which can then in turn help with that low back discomfort. So the first one is going to be a basic hamstring stretch. This can be done at work, so if you are experiencing discomfort at work, then you can just stand up and start doing these. The reason why I want to talk to you about your hamstrings is because your hamstrings tend to get tight when we sit a lot. So imagine, right, we're in the seated position. Hamstrings will tend to get tight, the back of your muscles, as well as your hip flexors, or the very front part of your hip right here. So these muscles get really tight when we're seated for long periods throughout the day. So again, all you have to do is stand up, and I actually want you to just bend over as far as you can and try to touch your toes. You'll feel a stretching motion in the back of your leg right here, and just go as far as you can. Ideally, you actually want to try to keep your leg as straight as possible when you're bending forward. Doesn't mean you have to touch your toes, just go as far as it allows. Okay, that's the first stretch. The second stretch would be done if you have something like a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball. Again, if you can take it to the office, I think that'd be great, and just stick it in your drawer. You would actually put this under your hamstring when you're seated on a chair. So under the hamstring, and all you're gonna do is flex and extend that leg, flex it back. You can move the lacrosse ball around when we're doing this. Again, you want to hit different parts of your hamstring, moving the ball up and down, trying to stretch out different areas of your leg. Okay. The other way that you can do it, if you're at home or if you go to the gym and they have something called a foam roller, you want to grab this guy and you'll do it on the floor. So again, just that hamstring stretch, moving back and forth, one hamstring at a time. It takes a little bit more effort. If you do find an area that's kind of stuck or you have a muscle knot, then you'll actually want to sit on that for a few seconds until it releases. Count to 10 and then move again. If you find that spot, again, hold it for about 10 seconds and keep moving. You can do the same thing with the lacrosse ball. Moving on to your calves, because that's another posterior chain muscle since we're down here. You'll just row this down a little bit further. You can put one leg up and over it. And again, you're just going to move back and forth nice and slow if you can. There are definitely going to be some sticky areas or areas that are a little bit more uncomfortable than others, but rolling that out again can help that whole posterior chain, therefore loosening up the low back. A way that you can stretch your calves when you're standing is actually coming over to a pole. So using something to come up against, put your foot up, and all you do is push my body into it. Again, feeling that stretch all through my calf muscle right there. The last stretch that you can do, again, one of my favorite tools for stretching is a foam roller. I'm going to show you something that you can do for your glutes and your low back. When you're on the ground, again, you'll want to do one glute at a time. So sitting on the foam roller, I'm going to lean on my left side right now, so either left or right side, but one side at a time. So you can put a little bit more pressure through there. You can cross your leg up front to add more support. And you'll, again, want to roll slowly back and forth until you find a sticky area or an area that starts to hurt a little bit. Lean in and press into that a bit, and then keep moving on. You'll want to foam roll probably at least once a day, working your way up to 3 to 5 minutes per area or section. And again, make sure that you're really hydrated when you're stretching out, because your muscles need that hydration. And all these exercises, the foam rolling, can all help that posterior chain, again, helping relieve your low back pain. So thanks for joining us, and I'll see you next time.